Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're having an okay week. I know it's a little crazy right now, but let's just stick together. Let's take care of one another and keep our bodies moving. That's the best that we can do. So we're gonna get started with yoga. I'm gonna do a vinyasa flow. So you can use any modifications that you want and I will show them. And you're in the privacy of your own home, so nobody's watching, which is so wonderful. So make sure that you listen to your body and do what it's telling you to do. And let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start at the front of our mat. We're gonna go ahead, stand nice and tall in Tadasana. So Tadasana is just a quiet standing pose, nice and still. Remember, in yoga, we breathe in through our nose, deep to our belly. And as we exhale back through our nose. Really fill that belly full of as much air as you can. And as you exhale, feel that nice contraction. As you take that next inhale, reach those hands up. Give a good stretch. And as you exhale, let those hands come down by your side. Roll your shoulders back. That feels so good. Roll your shoulders back. Take another inhale, reach up high. And as you exhale, slide your hands down your thighs, shoot your tailbone back. Take that tuck and roll all the way up. Press your shoulders back again. Good. As you take that next inhale, reach. Hands down by your side. Up through the heart center in your full breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, a beautiful swan dive coming down into Uttanasana, which is just a forward fold. Relax your head, your neck, your shoulders. Relax those hands a little bit more now. And keep your knees nice and softly bent. We're going to walk our hands to the right side of the mat and press that left hip away. And to the other side. Bring your hands back to center. We're going to sit back. Reach those hands behind you. Give a beautiful sweep up. And hands exhale down by your side. Up through that heart center. And as you exhale, swan dive down back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, which is your downward facing dog. In down dog, you want to make sure that your feet are about hip width apart. Spread your fingertips wide and let your whole self sink back. If you're unable to get into down dog, you can always place your hands up onto a chair and push back. And you can always just come down onto your elbows if that feels better because that was bothering your wrist. Okay, so there's lots of modifications here. We're gonna roll through the balls of our feet, take our knees down, and slide back into Balasana, which is our child's pose. When you are in that child's pose, you want to relax, let your hips open, and take those full breaths to rest for a moment. Coming up slowly, let's place our hands underneath of our shoulders and our knees are directly underneath of our hips. Giving a wonderful scoop up, we're going to inhale, swell your belly as full of air as you can, and as you exhale, we're gonna thread back through, tuck that tailbone under, and blow that air from the body. Inhale, take that breath. Exhale, press it away. Inhale, get that breath. Exhale, press away. Good. Inhale, take that breath. And we're going to slide back into exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. As we inhale, we're going to roll through the balls of our feet and take ourselves into plank position. Now, you can immediately drop your knees here. You don't have to hold in full plank. When you drop your knees, we're getting ready for Chaturanga Dandasana. We're going to pull those arms close to the rib cage and guide ourselves down, leading through that chest, scooping up into Bhujangasana, and exhale down. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. Taking that next inhale, tuck your toes back, pull in through the belly, and all the way back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. We're going to roll through the balls of the feet, step to the front of our mat, fall into Uttanasana, exhale. Inhale, sit back, sweep ourselves up, and hands down by our side. When we go into vinyasa, vinyasa means movement with breath. So as we allow ourselves to move, incorporating that breath for guidance, let's go ahead and begin. Take a wonderful reach back. Exhale down. Stepping just the right foot back, placing that heel away from the body. Gain your balance here. Find your balance. Use the strength of that left leg to bring you up and fall here in Virabhadrasana 1. This is Warrior 1. You want to make sure your hips and shoulders are kind of squaring towards the front. Let's go ahead and make this active. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, hold. Take that next inhale, and we're just gonna float into that left leg. Place your hands or fingertips to the floor and sink back into that left leg. Coming up onto the fingertips, look forward, exhale back. Inhale, coming up, exhale back. One more time. Inhale, coming up, exhale back. On that next inhale, we're gonna step that left foot back. Hold here in your plank. Remember, you can drop your knees. You can also do that straight-legged Chaturanga Dandasana, scooping up into Bhujangasana, or if you feel comfortable now, coming up into Up Dog, Utto Mukha Svanasana. Take a breath and exhale back. Rolling up onto the balls of the feet, step to the front, and fall back into Uttanasana. Sitting back through that reverse swan dive. Inhale, hands down by your side. Coming up through that heart center, swan dive down. Now just the left foot steps back. Plant that foot firm to the floor. Line your heels up. Strong through that right leg. And exhale down. Let your hip open and just give your body a second to kind of adjust here. Let's make that active as we inhale and exhale down. Inhale and exhale down. Inhale and exhale down. Good, hold. Take that next breath, coming into that right leg, and sink your whole body back. Remember, we're never forcing or pushing this in any way. Coming to those fingertips, inhale and exhale back. Inhale and exhale back. Inhale and sink back. Taking that next inhale, stepping that right foot back. Take a breath. Coming down, exhale, you can drop your knees, scooping to Bhujangasana or all the way up. Take an inhale and exhale back. Rolling through the balls of the feet, coming to the front of the mat, falling in Uttanasana. Sit back through that reverse swan dive. Inhale and hands down by your side. Good. Hold. Let's go ahead and begin with a balanced posture. Beginning with our tree, we're going to spread the toes of that right foot and really grip your mat. Begin to shift your body weight over to the right, and that left foot can sit onto the opposite foot, into your calf, or if you feel comfortable, you can go a little bit deeper into the thigh. Extend those branches up with your inhale, standing tall. Use your breath. Let's take a beautiful reach. Inhale and hands to your heart center. It's okay if you lose your balance. I do all the time. Never judge yourself with that. It just means you took a challenge, maybe tried to take yourself a little bit deeper into the posture. Plus, your balance depends solely on what's happening with you at that moment. As we shift to the other foot, try to find your balance. Let's take that foot where it feels most comfortable. You might have a bad knee, maybe one foot has to stay down a little bit. That's okay. Extension, lifting with your breath. It's okay if you move a little bit. Trees will sway. Reach those hands all the way out, sweep it around, back to your heart. And release, good job. Go ahead and take a huge breath. And exhale, tuck and roll all the way up. Press those shoulders back. Good. Let's go ahead and shift that weight back to that right. Let's bring that left knee up and hold for a moment. I think we all need a little balance right now, more than ever. So let's take a moment just to kind of work on that. As we come into stick pose is a nice, easy modification, or you can go into a deeper posture of Warrior 3. Now with Warrior 3, if that bothers your back, you can sweep your arms behind you. But if you just want to stay today where I think I'm going to be in stick pose, that's fine too. And again, you may lose your balance, and that's okay. And release. Taking yourself to the other side. Again, really grip that mat with those feet. Shift all your weight to the opposite side, and let's find some version of this Warrior 3, which can be a stick pose or a little bit deeper if you want. And again, every day is different, so whatever works for you. Stretch your back, tuck and roll all the way up. Shoulders back. Good. Inhale and exhale. Let's go ahead and bring ourselves wide on the mat. Take that inhale, reach. And as you exhale, let's bring ourselves down. Nice flat back here. Holding. Inhale, take a full breath, and as we exhale, sweeping down through sunflowers. Inhale, reach, and exhale down. Let's go ahead and get this going with breath. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Good, one more time, nice big breath. Bringing those hands down through your heart and hold. Now, if you feel comfortable to take this a little bit deeper, you can. You'll definitely feel that in your hips. Relax them down. Never force or push this or any posture. All of your asanas, they have to come naturally to you, and they're going to be different between you and someone else, because everybody's body is different. Take that breath, inhale, and exhale all the way down. Inhale, reach. Let's come into Parsvakonasana on the right. So you're going to drop that right elbow onto the leg, and that left arm will be up. Remember, we're never collapsing. We're strong here. Good, let's take that arm, sweep it all the way around. Huge breath. Come on down through that exhale. Inhale, lift. And to the other side, Parsvakonasana. Strong reach. Keep your belly pulled back. Support that back. Take that inhale all the way around. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to bring into that Parsvakonasana a little bit deeper now. So coming in either suspended version, or you can hold on. Coming down a little deeper. Inhale. Reach. Exhale. Inhale. Coming to the opposite side. Nice big reach. Inhale. Exhale. Coming in full and following through all the way into that Parsvakonasana onto that right. Now, we've been kind of warming up to this. So at this point now, if you still don't feel comfortable to get down that far, you're okay to hold on here. Good, all the way around. Sweep as we reach. Take yourself down. Inhale, lift. Your deepest Parsvottanasana now on the opposite side. Lifting, reaching. I know you probably can't see my heel, but it is farther than my body. Breathe through that shakiness and tightness. And all the way around. Pull through that belly. And exhale, hands down through your heart center. Good. Reaching up as we inhale, let's take Warrior Two. That's that Virabhadrasana 2 now on the right. Bring it down. And we're gonna add some activity here. So we're gonna inhale, take a breath. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And hold here in your Virabhadrasana 2. Now in that Warrior 2, your head and your tailbone should be in alignment. That knee should not be over that right foot in any way. Good. Take a breath. Pivot those feet. Exhale down. Inhale, reach. Down through your heart center and hold. Take that next inhale into Virabhadrasana 2 now on your left. Let yourself get into your postures. It's okay if you have to kind of pull out and take a moment to find comfort. Never be afraid to pull out if you need comfort. Let's make that active as we inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good, and hold. Good, bring it up. All the way down, exhale. Inhale, lift to your heart center. I think you could probably hear me breathing. I hope I could hear you because that's important. Now we're bringing ourselves around and we're going to hold here for a moment. We're going to allow ourselves now to reach over that right leg and find ourselves into our triangle pose, which is Trikonasana. So when you're in Trikonasana pose, if you want, you can always use a block. If you don't have a block, you can put your hand on a pillow. You can use your leg. It doesn't make a difference where you are in that posture as long as you feel comfortable. So this is actually Trikonasana, this and all the way down. So we're going to add a twisted version of this asana. As we come down, we're going to lay that left hand onto the pillow, onto the leg, or onto the floor, and find that twist. Coming back through, finding that triangle pose, bending that knee. Let's get that lift as we reach. I really like to use my core here. As we inhale, lift, exhale, come down, inhale, reach, and back into our heart center. Holding, sinking. As we take that inhale full, Let's find, again, Trikonasana now on the opposite side. So we're gonna reach over the body and allow yourself to float where you find triangle comfortable. Breathe through that shakiness. Adding now that twisted version of this asana, wherever that hand feels comfortable. To Trikonasana. Let's go ahead and bend that knee. Use that strength to bring you up. And exhale, hands down to your heart center. Let's go ahead and open our feet facing forward now. Take a nice reach back. Bring yourself down. Go ahead and bring back. And down. Let's go ahead. Take those hands behind us now in Yoga Mudra. Interlacing those fingertips. Let your shoulders come back. And at this time, we're just going to kind of find our way coming back with a little bit of a deeper back bend. Now, if you can't get your hands to interlace, you can hold your wrist. You can hold a towel. The main thing is just to open the chest and the throat and breathe. Coming back to neutral, we're going to hinge at the hips, and as we come down, remember your arms never have to leave your back if it doesn't feel right. If this is uncomfortable for you, keep them on the back. If that's uncomfortable, let them fall. As you sink a little deeper in Padottanasana, let's go ahead and thread our hands through. Really let your head fall a little closer to the ground. Relax. Begin to walk your hands now over to the front of your mat and step back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Rolling onto the balls of the feet. Let's go ahead and drop those knees down and come back into our child's pose, Balasana. As we bring ourselves up slowly, I'm going to have you drop to your elbows and step all the way back. Let your hips fall to the floor. When your hips fall to the floor, I want you to open your legs a little bit. So open your legs about maybe your feet should touch the sides of your mat. Just get that extra stretch here. Now, if you feel comfortable, you can place your hands and push yourself back. that doesn't feel comfortable for me. So I just tend to stay right here, but that's me. So if you know your body and you feel like you can go a little bit deeper, by all means, go ahead. Let's begin to draw our feet back towards our head into diamond pose. Your feet and your head never have to touch, but if you could just kind of imagine that they're going in that direction, use your breath. Good, and release. Let's go ahead and slide our hands to the inner portion of the elbows. So my shoulders and elbows are actually lining up. I don't know how it looks on the video, but they're lined completely up. And what I'm doing is I'm gonna pinch my shoulders back together and drop my head. So you're gonna feel a nice stretch all the way up that levator scapula, where we hold so much of our stress. And you can hold that as long as you want, or we're gonna move on because that feels so good. As we bring ourselves out, I'm gonna ask you to reach back for that right foot. Now, if that foot isn't able to meet your hand, that's perfectly okay. And again, you can use a strap or a towel. I'm not worried about anything right now, but relaxing down and pressing with your hip to the floor. So you'll feel a nice stretch all the way up that muscle. From the knee all the way to the top of that quadricep, you'll feel a great stretch. I'm going to press that foot away from me and lift, coming up into a half of a bow. So every time you inhale, you'll feel your belly kind of pressing against the floor, lifting you and taking you down on the exhale. And release. A nice, easy transition to the other side. And again, just kind of sinking down, pressing that hip into the floor. Enjoying that wonderful stretch. Starting to press that foot away from the body and lifting yourself up. Use that breath here. And bringing yourself down. If it's possible, you can go ahead and reach back for both feet here, coming into that full bow. Now, if that doesn't work for you, you're right here. It just doesn't make a difference, as long as you feel comfortable. Good. And again, let's go ahead and push back into child's pose. This time I'm going to ask you to widen your hips, take your knees out a little bit further, and sink down. So you'll see a nice open stance for whatever is good for you. So find your comfort, and I'm going to thread that left hand in and get a little stretch into that shoulder. Let's go ahead and take that transition to the other side. Bringing yourself up, come seated to the middle of your mat and extend your feet out. So I like to reach back and draw my muscle away from the bone, and that allows those bones to get deep into the floor. Let's take a full breath here. And as we exhale, we're going to let those arms come out as we sweep towards our feet. Now, it's the same idea. If you can't quite get your feet, we use a strap, or we can use a towel. And if you feel a little bit adventurous, you can use two-piece fingers around your big toe. We're going to guide our head out towards those feet. And if you could just give a little pressure back, you'll feel a calf stretch here. Good, let's go ahead and bring that up. We're going to use just our right leg right now in a folded pigeon. So I'm gonna fold that right leg here. This left leg is gonna sweep behind me, either bent or all the way back if flexibility is not an issue for you. If you feel tight here, you can keep that knee right there where it's comfortable. Take a moment, let your hip open up. Once you feel comfortable, let's go ahead and recline into that posture. You can sink yourself all the way down, or you can prop fist on fist and support your head. Yourself up. That's such a great hip flexor stretch. So if you're tight there, you can always hold that a little bit longer, as long as you need. In fact, you can always lay in that posture daily and get all the benefits. We're going to sweep that leg all the way up and cross. I'm going to bring my belly into that inner thigh, hang that arm around that leg, and look over that shoulder. Coming around, that now top leg becomes the front leg. And you're finding your version of pigeon, and whatever that may be. Take a moment, let your hip open up. if you feel ready. Bring yourself down, resting, however that feels comfortable for you. This always seems to be everyone's favorite posture. I agree. Go ahead and come up, and the nice thing about having pre-recorded videos is you can stop that video and stay in that posture longer if you want, and then press play when you're ready to join in. We're going to place that arm around that leg, and you can give it just a little gentle press into the body, and you'll feel a stretch up the outside of that leg. Let's go ahead and place our heels together. Reach back again, and I like to draw that muscle away from the bone. We're going to ease those elbows into the inner thighs or wherever it feels comfortable. Now, when we're coming down through this cobbler's pose, we're not necessarily thinking about trying to get our nose down, but just guiding our chest down. Up, nice and slow. Let's extend those legs out wide. Your wide might be different than someone else's wide, or the way that my wide looks, you might be able to get your legs out a little bit further. You find what's good for you. As I pulled my muscle back, that allows my pelvis to tilt and can tuck underneath of me, so when I'm coming down, I don't feel anything in my low back, but I'm actually able to sink down. Now, you may be here today, and that is just fine. Please never force or push anything. Let's go ahead and bring our legs together again. We're going to point our toes. We're going to reach our arms out. I like to tuck and roll myself all the way down, strengthening through my belly muscles. And reach those arms up and overhead. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Let's go ahead and pull our knees into our chest, and we're going to extend our legs to the sky. Make just a little circle, massage that low back. And in the opposite direction. From here, we're going to go into Sarvangasana, which is shoulder stand. Now, if you don't feel comfortable, you can prop something underneath your bottom, a block, a pillow, or your hands. Really, we're just trying to get that reverse flow of blood. Allowing those legs to come back now. You can wrap your arms around the back of your legs. You can come full halasana. You can keep your bottom close to the floor and wrap your arms around the back of your legs. I like to actually reach up and just kind of give my legs a little pull. It feels good on my back. It feels good through my hips. Take yourself down slowly. We'll go vertebrae by vertebrae across the low of the back, right above that tailbone. Place your feet onto the floor and lift up into bridge. Keep that breath moving through you slowly. Start at the top of the back and roll yourself down. Tuck, roll. Let's take that left leg over the right. Bring your arms out to a T. And we're just going to let those legs come over to the right. If that is too much for you, you can stack your knees and enjoy this spinal twist. Unravel your legs, place your feet onto the floor and back up into bridge. Tuck and roll all the way down. As that now right leg crosses over the left, and your legs fall to the left, arms to a T. And remember, if that doesn't feel comfortable, just go ahead and stack your knees. Nice and slow, unravel the legs, hands by your side, lift your hips back up, take an inhale, and exhale, tuck and roll all the way down. Bring your knees into your chest, and you can lift your head if you wish. Coming all the way up into Sukhasana, which is our comfortable, easy pose. Let's go ahead and take a full breath here. And we're just gonna walk that right arm out. Get a nice lateral stretch. Again, I like to squeeze through my belly as I reach, and to the other side. Inhale Coming up, roll your shoulders back. Good. Place your hands onto your thighs. Drop your right ear. Up through the crown of the head and to the other side. Reaching up, chin up. Chin to your chest. Huge breath, inhale and exhale. Namaste. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you enjoyed yoga with me. I'm going to have some different versions coming out, gentle and more power yoga, and everything in between. I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you. Bye.